La 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 la. La 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 la. She really hates him, it's really true.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Test.
You learned to count to 3. That's amazing. You're learning stuff by leaps and bounds recently. Oh God, there's a hair in my coffee. Yeah.
Oh. Better your coffee than my throat. You like that? Better your coffee than my throat.
No,
I liked it.
I don't know. It's not.
I liked it. I thought it was a good way to start off. Welcome. My Wife Hates Me, the most famous husband and wife podcast team.
If you like it when people are looking at themselves in a monitor, then you've come to the right place. He won't look up. He won't look at you. Don't even try to get him to see you there. He only looks down here into the monitor.
I hate to tell you, and I don't want to...
When you say that, I always suspect that you love to tell me.
Okay, well, I love to tell you. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again.
I'm sure you will, because you forget a lot of stuff. But yeah, go ahead. What?
When you're filming, you look into the camera.
Well, what are we doing?
Filming.
Mm-hmm. Hi.
There, see?
Hi, people.
See, that's how you do it. You look into the camera, or you look over at your co-host.
Right.
Okay.
Do you look at the camera?
I might be looking here, but I notice the camera above.
Well, yeah, you notice it, but do you ever let's say, you don't have to do it all the time, but let's say you say something stupid. Watch, I'll show you how to do it. Ready? Go ahead.
You look pretty today.
Oh, you. That's how you do it.
Is that how you do it?
Yeah, you give a look to the camera like, can you believe this guy? You bring him in.
Well, I just got back from a week in Vegas after...
You went to Skank Fest, then came home for a week, then went back for a week.
It was so tiring. It was 14 shows. Took turn closing, me and...
Oh, here it comes. Lists of the most boring stories by Richard Voss. Did you go to a restaurant perchance?
Yeah, I went out with Nancy and John Bazaar, Nancy Rod and John Bazaar, married couple. And we went to a nice
but you
Chinese
couldn't really
place.
say doesn't it suck being married to a comedian? Because they're both.
Why does
So you
it
really
suck?
couldn't complain about me to them, probably.
I can complain about you to anybody.
You don't?
I can if I want.
But do you?
Of course, who doesn't complain about you? No,
I
I
know
don't
a few
complain.
people who do.
Oh. Well, that's their problem. It was a great restaurant. I asked for eel.
Ugh, yeah, the things you eat are disgusting.
Sushi. But they didn't have pieces. It came on like a stick, like a hunk of it. And you ate it like a eel drumstick. It was
so
good.
disgusting.
It was like an eel drumstick. Hold on. Get these fixed.
Oh my God.
God, we sat there all night. I shot craps a couple nights. I was down. And then I came back and walked. But I
thought you weren't supposed to gamble.
What else are you going to do in Vegas?
I know, but don't you have a gambling addiction? I remember when we first met, you were like, I can't gamble. We went to a wedding where there was a scratch off at everyone's seat. That was like when you sat down to dinner, everyone could do a scratch off. And you wouldn't do yours. You were like, no, I'm a compulsive gambler. You couldn't even do a scratch off then. Look how far you've come with your addiction. Now you can play lottery every day.
I know, I got to stop. I'm not lying. Whew. I got to stop. It's like picking at a hat. You just you do it out of impulse.
You know what I love about your rings? That you've got a Band-Aid in one so it doesn't move around. Like what? Like
the bottom. It's not a band. Oh, yeah, it is. It was a little loose. People compliment that ring. you know.
Oh, they don't see the Band-Aid, though. Then when they see the Band-Aid,
They
they're
don't.
like,
How are they
"Ah."
going to see the band? I don't go like that.
I mean, your hands, people do see the palms of your hands. I just saw it.
I was showing it to you on purpose.
No,
So-
you weren't. No, you weren't.
So
It's
can I talk
ridiculous.
more about-
And I'll just say this one thing. Well, you can get back to your boring Vegas stories in a second, but last night you were hugging Raina in those rings, and my maternal instincts were like, get her away from that man.
Oh,
But-
that's really nice to say about a dad and his daughter.
Yeah, because of the rings. It's like, why is a mafia person hanging on to my daughter? You know, this man has killed people in prison. That's what it's, you know. I'm not saying it was right, but it was an instinct that I had to bash you over the head with a frying pan. Save my daughter.
Well, next time sometimes you have to act on those impulses.
You want me to?
No.
Why would you say that? That's about killing you.
Yeah, and then you'll go to jail. Hey, you ever won? Well, I'll finish about Vegas, and then I'll go. You remember I said you ever wonder?
Okay. My back is killing me.
So we went to dinner. I did Dirty at 12:30. That was great. Over at South Point, Gabe Lopez runs a great show over there. He hosted. I middled. Adam Hunter closed that night. Nice guy. Mm-hmm. Remember when? Didn't you date Adam Hunter?
Why do you always say that?
Because want me to tell you why without starting a fight?
Yeah, it'll start a fight, but go ahead.
When we were in Vegas, we were watching Cookie Jar outside, and you saw him and you didn't want to go, oh, I don't feel like talking to him. Was that because you don't like to talk to people?
That is still in your head
No, I
from
just-
20 years ago?
First of all, we haven't known each other.
First of all,
I just
met him and
remembered-
he's a nice guy and I hate to say it, but
He is a nice guy. I talked to him.
but yeah, I wasn't like that interested in talking to someone who at that time I just didn't think he was like
A good comic.
he was a little obnoxious. He thought he was very good looking.
He wasn't
and
he?
I mean, he just whatever. He was like a player, I guess. I didn't feel like talking
What
to him.
kind of play? What do you mean, in a game or as a...
It's so
why
weird
do you
that I
get
would
mad at
say to
yourself?
someone, because then I would say, oh, let's leave before I have to talk to this
You
guy.
didn't leave? We didn't leave.
Or whatever it was that you're remembering, which I don't remember.
It was
but that
just-
you'd be like, huh, I bet she fucked him.
I didn't
And then
say that. I never
you did
said
say,
that.
you
No.
go, did you used to date him?
I maybe went on one date or 2 dates. I didn't say anything dirty.
Okay,
I dated
whatever.
comics.
I don't know your
Well,
weird
anyhow,
thing.
let
Like
me s-
lately, like you hit 65 and you're like, no more dirty jokes. Do. Last night I was saying something and you're like, oh, I don't joke like that.
I was only kidding. Are you serious? You don't even know when I'm kidding?
You lately you're like I don't know, something's kicked in, your prude gene has woken up.
Well, then I caught up to you. What do you mean, prude? Because I made a joke last night that I don't talk
then-
that way.
Yeah, but you bring it up quite often, like, ew, dirty, gross. If you see sex on TV, you're
It's
like,
too
why do they gotta do it?
Yeah, because you know why? It's just a filler. We don't need to see all that. See them. I want to see the movie. I don't want to see them in bed. It's a filler because they don't know what to do right then in the movie. So anyhow, I did
God,
Dirty at
really?
12.
It's because you're a cinephile? Wow.
First of all,
Wow.
you know, no one knows on earth what a
No one
cinephile is.
does. No, I love that you think that
Wait.
your limited fucking vocabulary is what the whole rest of the world is
Oh,
doing.
really? Cinephile? Cinephile. Who's ever said that in a sentence?
I read a lot of New York Times articles. It is said.
You just want to brag that you
Oh,
read
my God.
Cinephile? What does it mean?
It
miss?
means you fuck dead people.
What does it mean?
It means you're into cinema.
What?
What's a pedophile?
You?
Someone who's into kids.
Yeah.
What's a cinephile? Someone who's into movies.
That's no one's ever said. Even Siskel and Ebert never said that. And I didn't even watch every episode. So we're doing Dirty at 12:30. I must have talked.
Wait, no. Let's go back to this other thing because it's so weird that
What?
you would say that. the Adam Hunter thing.
I just asked if you went on a date. I didn't say
No, you didn't
dirty.
say,
Yeah.
did you go on a date?
Yes, I did.
And you've asked me this before.
No,
and
I didn't.
And it's so weird. No, you have these things in your head
No,
from
I
so
don't.
long ago that you can't get rid of.
I didn't even think of it till now. What do you mean I can't get rid of it? You don't remember?
Well, you obviously, his name unlocked something. Oh.
I like that guy.
So
I've always
I did a pilot with him.
I know. I talked to him for about a half an hour before the show. Good guy. He is.
I agree.
He has a family. I like him.
I agree.
I like him. I couldn't stay to watch
Fucking
his
20 years ago.
I could.
Like,
I wish I knew you 20 years ago. I don't know why.
It's like a weird insult. You did know me 20 years ago.
I didn't know you.
Okay, 18 years ago.
All right, exaggeration, Elizabeth. So
Whatever.
I couldn't stay to watch him.
Are we
'cause
married 17 years?
I think so.
All right.
I couldn't stay because I was exhausted. I was so tired. I talked to him, then I did Dirty at 12:30. It's always a great crowd.
Why would
there.
you do dirty at 12:30? Wasn't it like uncomfortable for you? Just
I
being
seen-
like, ooh, all these dirty comments. Oh.
No, you don't have to be dirty. That's what it's called, Dirty at 12:30.
I know, but aren't people dirty and it's upsetting to you? Oh, good. Here we go. The we do one blow your nose every single episode.
I didn't
so.
blow it. I wiped it.
I hope somebody does a super cut of you blowing your nose in the podcast, changing your gum, blowing your nose. Oh God.
Is that your hope?
Yeah, man.
So,
Hilarious.
so I did that show, played golf with Steve and Dennis. Whew. Just an exhausting week because I worked out mostly every day.
Well, this is a really exciting conversation. Thank you. You had on the plane back where you're like, maybe I could tell that on the podcast. No, you know what? I'll just list stuff. That's my way. That's what I'll do. I'll just boringly. Not one. You were there for a week. Not one interesting thing happened. You didn't go through the wrong door or show up late to your show or have somebody heckle you. Nothing. Zero.
Oh. Well, there's one show and they were loud heckling, and then I went on and they quieted down because
Great story. Thank you, Richard Voss.
I talk softer.
What if you were on like a talk show?
Yeah.
Is this what you would do on a talk show? You'd be like, hey, Rich, you were just in Vegas. What happened? I was tired. I did a show at 12:30. It was very exhausting. And then I went and played golf and got the free breakfast, of course.
There's no free breakfast in the cafeteria. The employee, which I don't go to, I made my own. I went.
I called you once. You were like, I'm in the employee cafeteria.
Yeah, probably at night or having a salad. But
I'm sorry. I didn't know all the conditions that we had to say before you said the employee.
One day I went down there for eggs one day, but I went the second I got into town. I checked into my hotel, and then I went to Planet Fitness. This is after flying and waking up at like 6 a.m., flying all the way to Vegas.
Story.
I went, checked in my hotel, then I went to Planet Fitness and to Smith's. That's the food store out there. Bought my supplies for the week. In the morning for breakfast, I would have peanut butter and banana sandwich and a protein shake. Okay, so I ate pretty well. I did have 4 cookies and 1/3 of a donut the whole week. 4 little cookies. Oh, and a little bag of animal crackers. But that's it. In a week. Vargas...
I don't know if anyone else is awake. I'm certainly having a hard time. I feel like you when you were doing your 12:30 show, just exhausted.
Vargas came into.
How is this interesting?
Vargas came into the dressing room.
Who's Vargas?
Vargas Mason, one of the other comics. The nicest. We're selling.
Is that 12:30?
No, this is at the Rio. Like I was selling CDs.
Comedy Cellar.
Yeah, at the Rio. I was selling. Well, first he comes in the dressing room with a big box of these fancy donuts. Some place that makes these fancy donuts.
You don't know what they're called?
Fancy donuts? I don't know.
They're not Krispy Kremes?
No, way fancier. These are big. They cost money. A nice guy. He brought them in.
Everything costs money, but okay.
He brought them in. But then when I was selling CDs, we would sell them together. He sold his DVD. I sold my CD. but he talked to everybody. Like, I want to move on. He's like, would you like me to sign that for you? And he's like, here's my card. Come see me. And he's having conversations with everybody.
Yeah, they're building up their fan base.
3 people a night, big deal. Let him go. Buy the product and go.
But is it possible that he enjoys talking to people? Okay, well, that's part of the thing for him.
He's too nice. That's what.
No, it's not too nice. It's he enjoys that part of it.
Well, I don't. I want him to.
Okay, so that's a fine. That's a fine. That's a fine. No, that's okay because you have.
I didn't say
your
he was a
system.
I didn't say he was a bad person. I just said
I didn't say that you said he was a bad person.
He was a nice guy.
I didn't say that you said that.
It was a good show. Trey was on it. This comic, Trey Stewart. He's from Detroit. He lives in New York. He's going to be on our show. Would You Bang Him at the Stand November 9th?
November 9th, we're doing a great show at the Stand.
Yeah. So.
And November 8th, too.
Yes, both nights. Bonnie and I, we're going to host a show together.
We're going to host
you let me
show,
talk, do you think, on it?
Well, I knew you wouldn't want to do it because of that.
Did you?
But the thing is that you do a slow roll when you get on stage. You're like, let me get going.
First of all, I
like to take the reins and did it. As a female comic, you got to get them right away. That's how we do it because otherwise they won't come on board if you don't tell a joke within like 30 seconds. You got to get them fast. That's how I've been taught. Yeah? That's how I do it. You get them right at the top. Not you. You can take your time. So just sit back and take your time while I get them going, and then you can jump in.
Why do you have an answer to everything, or
the reason is because my brain
want me to tell you
works.
Something? When you do something that's wrong or upsetting, you already have your defense mechanism. Your defense mechanism set up in your head.
Okay, what do you want to say? Then don't be passive aggressive. Instead of saying like, "Do you think you'll let me talk?" Say, "Hey, when we host, I feel like you take over, and it's uncomfortable for me, so I'd like to do a different way."
Oh, is that so? You want me to put things the way you would put them? You want me to be a robot? Oh,
I don't know. I don't want you to be a robot.
Why don't you press the button and I'll say what you want? I think when we host together,
I don't want you to say that. I want you to say, "Do it the way you do it."
So
okay, no, listen.
No, I mean we're different. Listen.
Okay, yeah, but you just said you think you'll let me talk again. Well, how do I respond to that?
Yes, here's how I respond. Here's how I would like you to respond. Yes, you're right. I do. Even at our wedding, you took the mic right from the beginning, and I should have not. That was a red flag.
You took the mic out of my hand in the middle of one of my jokes to take.
No.
Come on, you did. And then just started killing. You were like, I can't let this bitch fucking kill. I got to do it. I was like in the middle of a joke, and you were like, da, 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 da. You started saying my dad touched you in the barn at our wedding. At our wedding. I know you think it's funny, but I mean, to take a mic away from me to accuse my father of molesting you.
Did I say that?
Yes.
Is that why he doesn't like my comedy?
I'm sure that has something to do with it. I mean, I'm sure that is really triggering to him.
Well, he's got new teeth. My heart goes out to Steve's family. Steve, who was one of the doormen and bouncers at the Comedy Cellar, passed away the other night. The nicest guy on the planet. I mean, I talked to him every night when he was there. Hello. He was always, how you doing? What's going on? We talk. It's just amazing. 1 second and then gone. The nicest guy on the planet. So there's a GoFundMe for Steve set up on the Comedy Cellar page under their profile. So make a donation to the family. And it's just heartbreaking because he was such a nice guy. You ever wonder, when you die, you think, well, how many people are going to come to my funeral? Or
that's not something I sit around thinking about,
I do.
Actually.
Or,
I know you do, because you're like rich boss, and that's your identity.
Is MSN going to write, you know how they always put when comics pass away? What are you going to say about me? Oh, Rich Voss.
Last comic standing.
No, they're going to talk about the article in Canada. Racist comic dies
Oh
or
my
something.
God. He had his fair share of controversy.
Yeah. Do you think they, like, you kind of want to see. So what I'm saying is we should fake our death and then
Just see what happens, and then be like, "Hey, we're alive."
psych. Then go psych. I want people do that, fake their death to collect insurance money or whatever.
I think it's harder than you think.
I think it's very hard.
You have to have somebody helping you because somebody's got to collect.
You're right. Oh, look at you with your new nail polish. Why do you get that color?
I don't know.
It's ugly.
Okay, wow.
Let me see it. It's okay.
It's periwinkle.
Yeah. Nobody. It's not a nice color. It's not one of your better colors. Red. You're good in red. Look at your lipstick. It's red. Red.
This matches my jeans. Look, I'm sorry, all right? I got to pick a color every time.
Do you like that color? Tell the truth.
Well, I Googled like hot colors for fall 2022.
Why do you follow trends? Start your own trends. That's what I do.
Yeah, it's really working out for you. A lot of people dressing exactly like Rich Voss.
I start my own trends. I don't follow trends.
Okay, thank you. You don't start your own trends. First of all, you're following trends from 1979. So don't act like, "Oh, I start my own trends."
Bonnie, the other night, last night, was telling me what pocketbooks are in style. You start the style. You're famous enough.
Do you understand what fashion is, or no clue what that does?
Yeah, my daughter works in fashion. I know.
Oh, so it just, whatever goes into her brain automatically goes in yours. I've never seen you ask her a question about fashion. So how do you know?
Oh, I do.
I've never seen you go, "Hey, what are the pocketbooks? What are the hot pocketbooks right now?"
I'll call her right now. Do you think she'll know?
Yes.
I bet you she, I don't want to make
Every girl on the planet fucking knows.
I don't want to make my daughter feel stupid.
She's not gonna listen. She doesn't have to be in fashion to know that. The little box Chanel and.
Can you talk? Well, you're on my podcast. Can you hear me? Do you know what?
Some people would say it's our podcast.
Oh.
But okay. No, it's fine. I get it.
You're on our podcast. Do you hear?
She loves you.
What's that?
Yes, I can hear you. On you.
Do you know what type? Do you know what type of pocketbooks are in fashion right now?
Well, definitely nothing called a pocketbook.
Thank you, Ellen.
What?
He's pretending he knows about fashion. So.
Do you know what purses are in style right now?
I mean,
You-
sure. Yeah.
Okay, so you could just do like big, small, maybe a couple brands if it has a chain or a crossbody.
Definitely small. Hold on. Small. I would say, like you hold it with your hand instead of over your shoulder. Why? What do you think is?
I was thinking the same thing, like a small boxy, I would say Chanel or
Yeah.
Louis Vuitton.
Yeah. Yes.
Does Louis Vuitton, any pocketbook, ever go out of style?
Yes. People are not into the Neverfull anymore.
Not into the what?
The never, like that classic big tote. It's called the Neverfull.
Yeah, the Neverfull. And he wants me to wear my Louis Vuitton, but it's like a really big crossbody bag. It's just, I go, it's just not in style right now. It'll come back.
Yeah, it'll come back. It's not in style right now, but it'll come back.
And he said, they never go out of style.
Not Louis Vuitton.
He doesn't, he goes, purses don't have a style.
What's that?
Oh my gosh, the brand isn't out of style, but that particular style is.
Well,
It'll come back.
All right. Well, listen.
In the meantime, you can buy me one that is in style.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, well, yeah, I can't hear you. You're cutting off.
Thanks, Ellen.
I love you. Goodbye.
Bye. Love you. Bye.
See?
Why are you 100% wrong? You love being wrong. Is that really what happened? Were you wrong once and rewarded for it? And then now you're just like, being wrong is the way to go. How come? You never go, well, these people obviously, like, it's so amazing to me that you know nothing about something. And then you're like, nope, I know it. And you're like, okay, you've never like clicked a website or talk to anybody about it, but you'll just be like, I know fashion. Like, look at yourself. I know fashion.
What do you mean, look at myself?
Look at you're wearing a fucking
sweater.
Adidas Ben Sherman pants and a fucking, I don't know what that is on your head.
It's a cap.
It looks like it's a piece of felt that you just fashioned into something on top of your head.
It's what I'm going to wear to
and dollar store glasses. Yeah, no, you are killing it fashion-wise. Where's your tank top that shows your nipples? Yes, it's like absurd. I just don't know what goes on in your head where you go, no, I'm right on this. Is it just the arguing that you enjoy? You know you're going to be wrong, but you just kind of like that attention?
What do you think? You're a doctor?
I'm legitimately questioning why you always think you know stuff.
It's not fact. Sometimes I give opinions.
No, but your opinion, you weren't saying like, well, I like all kinds of handbags. That's not what you were saying. You were saying, oh, come on, they're not in fashion.
Oh, was that the voice I used?
Last night, you were like laughing at me when I was telling you there's a certain type of purse that's
laughing.
Really like, it's really little. Some of them are really little. And you carry them like this.
That's called a wallet.
No, you carry them like that. They're like little and you carry them like this.
Oh, you have to carry them a certain way now?
No, I'm just saying it has like a little handle and they're like little baby purses.
Well.
And then big purses will come back, But it's like, for you, learning is so upsetting to you that you just shut it down, laugh at the person who's trying to tell you something, tell them they're wrong until they have to actually show you or, prove it to you. And then you're like, oh, okay.
Is that what I do?
You can argue my facial expressions if you want because you don't want to argue the truth. The truth is you're wrong 100% of the time. It's bizarre that you would keep arguing. Why wouldn't you go to someone, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's interesting. That's never come out of your mouth. Not one time. Never in anyone. I've seen you talk to people who sell cars and try to tell them about the cars that they sell. Do you remember that? I will retell the story. I know I told it before. I don't remember the two different types of cars.
Saab? No.
Yeah. Okay, so we're in a dealership.
Audi?
A Saab dealership.
No, it was an Audi dealership.
Okay, but you go, that's a nice Audi. And the guy goes, that's a Saab. This is after you'd been sitting in there telling him you knew everything about cars, telling him you used to sell cars. The guy was like, you could not... You maybe have some kind of, you might be on the spectrum somewhere because you cannot read people's facial expressions. Because the guy was literally like, this douchebag. You could see it in his face. He was like,
yeah, but
I'll try to do it in the camera for you. Yeah. Like that. Like
I talked him down. I got the price down.
Whatever. He was just going to do it because you were annoying to him. And then when you were leaving, you go, oh, that's a nice Audi. He goes, that's a Saab. Once again, right on. Thank you, sir. He's trying to go for 100% wrong. And I was scared that he was going to get it right that time, but he didn't. Thank God. Still batting 1,000.
My motive, because I was in there buying extended warranty. And I got the price down because those guys.
Okay, but why would you pretend to know something you don't know? Because you weren't pretending. Because in your mind, you couldn't conceptualize that someone who spends all day, every day around cars, selling cars, thinking about cars, would know more about cars than you. It just doesn't occur to you. It's like when you talk to someone in the audience who's a doctor or a lawyer or something, you still think you're smarter than them. You'll still explain to them their job.
No.
I've seen you do it.
No.
I've seen you do it. where you tell them their job and they're just like, okay.
Really?
But yeah, if somebody were to tell you something that you know, you get, how did it, why would they? Right?
Is that your rant? Are you done?
I'm asking questions. I want to know how this brain works that you would think.
I know.
Like, why would you think you knew more about handbags than me, for example?
I didn't say I knew more about handbags than you.
You were telling me that I was wrong. So obviously you did think that you knew more about handbags than me.
Community.
Shut your mouth. But just tell. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm really trying to find out your thought process here.
Here's my thought process.
Yes.
When you have a $1,400 or $1,500 pocketbook.
First of all, it was
$999. No, that pocketbook was like $1,200 or $1,400. Believe me.
Okay.
All right. And what I'm saying is, when you have it's just like anything. It's still nice, and people.
Yes, I didn't say it wasn't nice.
And people don't go. If you walk through that Louis Vuitton pocketbook,
most would be like, "Oh, nice Louis Vuitton," but rich people would be like, "Oh, that's not from this year."
Well, you're trying to impress rich people.
Who are you trying to impress? With
Nobody.
All your rings.
Nobody.
And your Band-Aid around one of them.
Nobody.
I know, and you're doing great.
No.
You're nailing it.
You know.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like,
I like jewelry.
What?
I like jewelry.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, like, I don't want to wear that purse until it comes back in style. It's not a big deal.
I know it.
I'm not saying I'm a slave to fashion.
But you are. Tell the truth.
I'm not. I wear T-shirts and jeans 99% of the time.
Yeah, designer T-shirts.
Richard.
What?
What are you doing here? That's going to be your thing? That I'm a slave to fashion because I wear, an expensive T-shirt on stage?
You looked up what color nails.
So what? I didn't know what color nail to get. I thought it'd give me some ideas.
All right. We're different when it comes to fashion.
No, we're different when it comes to Googling. Okay, you would never Google anything, ever.
Oh,
How
really?
to?
Oh, I don't. When I'm fixing things or certain things.
No.
Yes.
No, you don't. No, you don't. I don't want to get into it because you obviously, you think you're really good at
I'm not.
home repairs and
I'm
you're not. No, you're not. The door upstairs already has a thing falling off.
Where? What door?
The main door. You put some kind of like.
Oh, the strip. Yeah, I'll put a new
strip
one.
is coming off.
Yeah, because
See?
Oh yeah, but all the other doors I fixed, do they work better? Do they work?
They
yes.
work. Yes. Finally, thank you. I appreciate it.
The shelf that I put at where the washing machine is, does that work perfectly? Yes or no? Yes.
I mean,
we could take a tour.
Saying it works. A shelf works. It's got tape
on one
peeling
part
off of it.
because I didn't paint. Yeah, that's once the front of it. I put white tape because I didn't paint.
It's got a piece of tape down the middle seam.
Yeah, so you don't see the seam. You couldn't get a full board in there, so you had to cut it.
I mean,
you couldn't get a full board.
But I'm just saying,
so, listen,
Richard, if you walked into a new house and saw that, you'd be like, what kind of shoddy work is this?
No,
you wouldn't be like, oh, I bet they couldn't get a board in there. Are you insane?
No, you think you know.
People do things of quality.
Yes, and that's quality.
You get it done, but is it of quality?
Yes.
Does it look amazing? No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Rich, why would you admit I'm not the greatest? I get it done, but
I'm going to take pictures of stuff.
Yes, Rich, you're insane. Why would you think that you're so good at something that you're not good at? Look at this. You can see all the it's just never quite right.
That's perfect. Look how level and perfect that is. That look at the shelf and how I hung that. It's level and perfect.
I know, but you act like if it gets on the wall and it's done, then it's perfect. It's not.
What's wrong with that shelf right there? Tell me what's wrong with it.
You can see all the holes.
Yep. Because I didn't paint it. I kept it natural. What holes? There's no hole.
Where you obviously put the holes in the wrong place a bunch of times.
No, one time with those brackets, but I didn't.
But do you see this one time? It's like
it's perfect.
Nothing is perfect.
That looks great.
I'm happy for you, but if you worked here, if
I painted that, it would look perfect. I would fill those there's two little holes. I would have filled them with spackle and painted.
But you have no attention to detail. Like, you don't care.
Oh, I do care. I just don't want to paint it. That's all, because it looks better natural.
Because you don't care.
Because it looks better natural.
With the holes.
You can't even see. If you look at it, nose and go, oh, it's where
I'm
the
just
bracket
saying,
is.
listen, I'm not complaining about it.
You are.
No, I'm saying I don't get why you can't admit to yourself that
I'll bring people down to look at that shelf.
No, listen to me. Think about this. If you were a carpenter and you did that kind of work, don't you think you'd get fired?
No, because that right there wasn't painted. If that was painted, it would look perfect.
What about the thing in the laundry room?
Perfect, because you don't realize an old house settles and everything.
Rich, if you hired someone, if I hired someone,
I would say you have to put two pieces to make that shelf. You can't do it with one piece.
If it looked like that after we paid someone,
I would have painted where the tape is. I just didn't paint that. It's right on the strip.
You're always like making concessions.
Yeah,
it's perfect, but I should have done this.
No,
or that,
I didn't.
The other thing.
I didn't paint. That's all.
I'm saying, listen to me. I'm not saying you're bad at it. I'm saying it's not up to professional quality, and you should be like, yeah, I know, I'm not a professional. I'll get it done.
I am. I used
just
to
like
do
the
that
door
for a living.
upstairs.
There's nothing wrong with the door upstairs. I put weather strip in it so it stays closed, and the weather strip is wearing down, and I'll just put more. That's all.
Well, I appreciate you doing it.
Yeah, all the other doors
I'm not trying to say you're a bad
fixed.
person. You know that, right? I love you, and I love the effort you put forth.
No.
But I can't believe you don't see certain things about yourself. Oh, my God. We're 2 minutes from being fucking done.
No, we got about 6 or 7 minutes.
Oh, my God. Get it in there. Come on. What if you didn't have nicotine for 6 or 7 minutes?
I had it.
Yeah, no, but if you didn't, whew, man. What are you going to do at the end of the world, man?
Nothing.
Just
It's
die.
the end of the world. Yeah, like I'm just going to die.
You're not going to survive at all?
Oh, I'll survive.
Not if carpentry is involved.
Oh, yeah? I'll make a joke about it.
Yeah, we'll have a boat when the floods come. You'll build us a boat that's leaking. You'll be like, it's fine. Oh, my God, I just didn't paint it. Oh, my God, we're drowning. Everyone's would have sunk. This is how they do it.
I'll take.
I couldn't use one piece of wood.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. Let's do real quick. Camera.
No, you got to get, what are you doing? Is that helpful?
I'm taking a picture.
No, you're dumb. You're so dumb.
How am I
Do
dumb?
you even see it? You don't even see it. You didn't even get a picture of it. Okay? That's dumb.
Oh, do you want a picture of it? Give me, I'll do it.
No. If you want to, you have to stand up. You have to get out of your chair. Now, I know that's another thing that you hate doing. That once you sit down, he sits down to watch a movie.
Oh, here we go.
He plugs in all his things. He's like a cyborg sitting there, and then he puts a pillow over his stomach. I don't know why.
It's comfortable.
And he sits like this, and then he goes, "Can you get me a Diet Coke? Can you get me this? Can you get me that?" And then if you don't get up and get him what he wants, he just waits. He just sits there waiting. Then you get up to go to the bathroom. Get me a.
Is that what I do?
Yeah. Okay, stop with your like.
Here's my driving range in the garage.
Okay. You want to show people your driving range? Where's the camera? There you go. My husband is mentally retarded. This is insane that I have to live with someone who... It is like living... Because if somebody who's mentally retarded did that, I'd be like, no, you did a good job. That's great.
It looks perfect.
It doesn't look perfect, Rich. You would get in
Look at that. It's
trouble if
level.
you were doing that.
People go, wow, thank you.
Listen, if you... There's certain things that I'm not good at, you know? It's like you just accept it. You go, okay, big
I'm
deal.
good at it.
You're okay at it. You're not good at it.
I'm good.
You're okay at it. you could be better because you know what you could do? You could Google stuff. You could watch some tutorials that would help you.
I know. I mean, I know how to.
I just don't even know. Like,
what?
This is the thing. Is like,
who?
People are like, oh, she's on with the podcast. It's like, well, what do you want me to do? Just sit here and like pretend like I'm okay? Oh well, honey, that's wonderful.
Really? Let's.
I love your dollar store glasses that are so dirty you can't see a thing through them.
How are they dirty?
How are they dirty?
I don't see any dirt on them.
They're literally foggy.
Are you?
I put them on once to do something. I was like, oh my god. And you don't wear them when you just wear it with all your things attached. He's got a elbow thing that he puts on that vibrates. He's got some on his back that vibrates. He just sits there with a pillow like he has his glass off. And then someone talks to me and goes, what? And we have to turn the volume up to 400. You know, then Raina will say something. What? What do you say? What's she saying?
Maybe she's in the other room.
I can hear her, though. I'm answering her. You're the one that doesn't. You're like, and then you won't touch remotes because they're not in your direct. Pause it. Pause it.
No.
What?
Yeah, really?
Pause it. Sometimes you'll be like, pass me my drink. Because you can't move at all.
I can move. I'm just trying to. I put the.
You're
the one who bought me the back vibrator. You bought it for me for.
I didn't know you were going to use it every single time you sat down.
No. When we watch a movie, it's comfortable. It vibrates on your lower back.
Then this one.
I haven't used. I used that like 3 times.
It's a wonderful experience. You getting up? You getting up? You getting up? No, you're adorable. I got to start thinking of you as mentally handicapped. I mean, it just makes it better. It's like, of course, that all those things make sense now. That you know, because it's like you should have like Special Olympics medals and stuff for your carpentry. Then you'd be like, yes, you did it. You put up a shelf. And that's like what mentally handicapped people do. They go, I'm great. They always like, my sister Lynn, she's always like talking about how great she is at everything, which is nice when somebody's, you know, intellectually disabled. Then you go, oh, that's great for them. See? I wouldn't care if you did that if you were mentally handicapped. I'd be like, he's got to blow his nose. He's got to blow his nose.
Are you done? Are you done?
No. Why is it always about you, every single thing?
No, because you like to...
Because you don't think about anybody else.
I do.
You're like a mentally handicapped person. It's like completely about you.
So name some of the people on the show next week.
Oh, you can't do it?
I don't... well, we're doing Would You Bang Them at the Stand.
Good.
See?
8 p.m. No, because now that I know that you're mentally handicapped, it is much easier.
And we have judges and comics.
Good description.
I don't even know. I know Trey's going to be one of the comics, the guy I worked with in Vegas. I like him. Trey Stewart. Who are some of the judges, you said? Oh, that girl who has a podcast. What's her name?
Ashley.
Yeah.
I can't remember her last name. Girls Gotta Eat podcast.
Who else?
Maddie Smith.
Oh, I like her.
From Wild and Out. She's funny.
I like her.
And then I don't know. I'm still booking it.
This weekend I'll be at the Funny Stop, Cuyahoga Falls. Next weekend, Toronto. Some theater. And my return to Canada next week. And what else? I don't like to go over my dates. It's so much. And November 24th, I'll be in Pennsylvania at something, the Goblet, whatever.
The Goblet?
I don't know the name. December 1, 2, and 4 at the Brigada.
He's doing the best he can, folks.
December.
Give him a minute.
December 14th, the Chosen Comedy Festival, Miami. 16th.
The Chosen, is that for Jews?
Yep.
Oh,
16th
my
and
God.
17th, the
Kanye's coming.
Comedy Inn in Miami. New Year's Eve, Holiday Inn in Scranton. Go to richvoss.com. All my dates are up. A lot of dates. Too many. Excuse me. Too many. So many. But next week at the Stand, we'll be there Tuesday and Wednesday. And then we're doing Barstool. Some interviews on Barstool. What's it called? Barstool Sports?
Got it. Good job.
Oh, really? Is that how you're going to talk to me?
Isn't it better?
You think you're funny, don't you?
I mean, I don't know. Like, everything you do now seems like it. Even the way you're sitting. Look at... Are you like in a movie with Rosie O'Donnell right now? Remember there was that movie where she played a mentally handicapped person?
She was so good in American Gigolo. She played a detective. She was so good in this. I think I tweeted her, but she never got back to me.
Oh, damn.
I go, you should win an... If she doesn't win an Emmy, she was so good. She played a gay detective.
Well, I mean...
She was great in it. I'm telling you. Every scene she was in, she stole the scene. She's a good actress. What else did we watched this movie last night? What was it called?
Where the crawdads sing?
Yeah. It was good. A little sad. And that doesn't mean the ending...
Well, don't...
I know. The ending is... It leaves you... There's no definite answer to the ending. She could have walked up and taken
They
that.
definitely wanted you to think a certain thing at the end.
But she could have walked up and took that.
Why are you spoiling
I'm
it?
not spoiling
Yes, you
it.
are.
No.
They're halfway through. They know what you're talking about.
No, they don't.
Stop
no,
it.
they don't.
Listen.
Let's see your new
He
caps.
doesn't know what he's doing.
Let's
It's
see your
back
cap.
here.
How many you get?
I got one so far. I got 2 more to go.
You didn't get a second opinion.
Yeah, I did. I had a dentist tell me I needed it, and then I didn't do anything about it for 2 years, and then I had a second dentist tell me I needed it.
Did you Google it?
I mean, I did because I had to figure out how much it was going to cost and stuff.
Insurance paid some of it.
Insurance paid a lot of it.
Are you going to call the insurance company this week?
Yes, I am.
You're the best. You're the best, Gracie. What's that mean?
I don't know.
Then why would you do it?
Devil.
Why would you make...
I think, doesn't that mean like cool? Yeah, man. Do you know you're not supposed to do this anymore?
They come up with these dumb rules. Enough already. Anyhow, look at what I posted on Facebook. It's enlightening about Israel.
It's
Jews.
what now?
Enlightening.
Enlightening?
What's the word?
No, you got it.
Enlightful.
Oh, enlightful. It's definitely enlightful.
Enlightening. Intriguing. Well, what's the word? Enlightening. No, that doesn't sound right.
Are you good at words?
It's insightful.
Are you good at words?
It's insightful.
Are you good at words?
Some of them. Insightful. Then what is the word?
Enlightening.
That's what I said.
No, you said enlightening.
Enlightening.
Yes, and what's it illuminating? What's it shining a light on?
The misconceptions of Jews in Israel and what we've
God,
contributed to society.
Oh, Rich. Okay. I mean, your heart's in the right place. Unfortunately, your spelling and grammar is going to make it impossible.
I didn't write it. Somebody else wrote it. I reposted
Okay, well,
it.
that's good.
Some girl asked me if I wrote it, and I go, I wouldn't even have been able to write the first sentence. Mm-hmm. But it's amazing. Listen, folks.
You didn't give credit to who wrote it?
No, because maybe they don't want it.
That's weird.
I don't know if they did.
They put it on their Facebook.
No, I put it on Facebook. Oh, maybe they did too.
Well, where did you see it?
I had her send it to me. What she rewrote, I said, and she texted it to me. So I don't know if she posted it.
Oh my God, you're so weird.
How's that weird? Tell me.
Why wouldn't you just post it from her post?
She didn't post it.
Well, how did you see it?
She texted it to me.
When?
Yesterday.
You said, will you text me something about Israel that I can...
No, I said, you wrote something a long time ago. She goes, I'm going to rewrite something. I go, well, send it to me. And she did.
But then you should give her credit. That's weird to not give her credit for it. That's like just stealing. That's weird.
No, I said to her, I'm going to post this.
Yes. I'd say, oh, my friend wrote this. Very
Well, I don't
enlightening.
I don't know if she wanted that.
Do you think she wants that, or do you think she wants people to steal her words and use them as their own?
I didn't use them as my own. I said.
People do think that it was you.
No.
Obviously, because you didn't give anybody else credit.
They know for a fact it wasn't
You know what
me.
plagiarism is, right?
Yeah, I would never
Okay.
do that.
Well, you just did it.
No, I told her I was going to post it.
I'm going to post this as my own work.
I didn't post it as my own work.
Well, you didn't give her credit.
Well, now I'll find out if she wants credit. Then I'll give her credit. It's no big deal. It's not the writer. It's the meaning.
It's your
Okay.
brain. I just don't. I think you're missing certain
I understand.
huge chunks of like cognitive abilities. I don't know. It's weird.
Well, let's end on big words so we.
Oh,
listen.
cognitive is too much for you?
No, it's not too much for me. It may be some of our listeners.
Well, you've been very enlightening here today.
All right, we're done.
Enlightful. I like enlightful. You're enlightful.
You look pretty.
Thank you.
I got to hand that to you. That you
Keeping it up.
you're starting to look. Last night when I saw you doing those exercises, I'm going, this is a girl that cares.
I hurt my back. It's like killing me.
Yeah. How about the gym I set up? Is there something wrong with that?
No, I love it. I love it.
It's a great gym, isn't it?
Mentally handicapped people love working out.
I'm tired. I got to go play golf.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Peace.
Peace out. My Wife Hates Me was created and hosted by Rich Voss and Bonnie McFarlane. Executive producers Robert Kelly and Matt Kleinschmidt for the Laugh Button podcast. Subscribe to the podcast by visiting mywifehatesmepodcast.com.
Suicide pact, he's totally sober. She's not that drunk. He's really old and she's got some spunk. He's totally holy as an asinine bomb, and she's just a little less dumb. She really hates him, it's really true. But somewhere deep down, she loves him too.